Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at to 25. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On the ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Xavier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Strong. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The Colt ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And 10 more there and another first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, Rivers. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Rivers. Looking for Campbell downfield. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
The 25-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Fromm. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of
the running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, here's From. And this one is incomplete.
From's pass.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's From to throw. Down the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something up. Gets hit, and the ball is free. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's taken down inside the 30. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1st and 10 from. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And they'll get him to the ground. He he has another first down at the Colts 16. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw from. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions add on to their lead. Prater on to add the extra point.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do in good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
And he's got it up and through.
The score, Lions 14, Colts 3.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No return on this one. It's a fair catch, a single for and take it.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And his pass, incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
1st down, Rivers. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
18 on the play.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Colts.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Play action, it's Fromm. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
1st down, Indianapolis.
They'll run on 1st down to Marlon Mack. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
9 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. 3rd down here.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown.
Number 13,
T.Y. Hilton. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Blankenship out for the point after.
Extra point.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Colts 17, Lions 14.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Fromm. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun, here's Fromm. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. He rifles one. It's intercepted. Picked up by the left hooker. He will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
To kick off for Detroit.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, We self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Davy Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 20.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Number 84. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Gun now on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
And at the 48-yard line.
to the ground with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Travis Carey there to make the tackle. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
And 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up on the right corner. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Trey Flowers.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. Flushed out right. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the puck goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
Their own 42-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's brought down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going up top. It is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Prater for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the Colts first down.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Mack. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Staying on the ground with Mack. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's
from the gun. Rivers.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that fourth down stop. Points would be ideal, as they certainly wouldn't mind some breathing room. They begin the drive with Johnson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
15-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, here's Fromm. His pass caught with the 4. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
At the 2-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So on 4th down. Out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The ball carrier, Romeo Okwara, brought him down.
He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Escaping the pressure right. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Today's final
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Lions, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.